Hey guys, my name is Josh, and I am going to be starting a fragrance review channel here on YouTube. It's something I've wanted to do for a while, but just really never got around to it, so I figured why not. A little short about me. I'm 22, and I'm a senior in college in Tennessee, and started collecting fragrances when I was a junior in high school, and just been collecting ever since. So the first fragrance I'm going to review on this channel is one that I saw in Walmart when I went home for Thanksgiving break back in November. I was in Walmart just looking around because for me, I go to Ross and Marshalls and TJ Maxx, all those discounters, trying to find steals and cheapy but goodies and stuff like that. And Walmart's never really had anything that great. They've had your normal designer stuff, but it's always been like 30 ml bottles that are a little overpriced. But I went up there over Thanksgiving, and out of nowhere, they had these 3 new fragrance lines. There was one that was called the Distillery Series. There was 4 bottles, like Alabama Moonshine, Tennessee Whiskey, Kentucky Bourbon, and New York Rye. The packaging was kind of cheap, but they're $10 a bottle. I picked up New York Rye, which is it's kind of going for like an Adventus kind of vibe. Honestly, it smelled a lot like Glen Prairie Unpredictable Adventure. If you ever smelled that, that's an Adventus clone, so it kind of smelled like a clone of that. But it was all right. It says $10. What can you really lose? But there was another line called Nostalgia, which the packaging was a lot better, but the smells were very generic and didn't really catch my attention. But then there was this last line I saw called Anecdote, and that brings me to this right here. This is Anecdote Havana Lounge, or Havana Lounge, however you want to say that. This is a 3.4 ounce bottle. It's an eau de toilette concentration, and this is one of 5 in the line, and these retail for about $25 a piece at Walmart. And the only other place you can find them is on their website for Anecdote. So I'm gonna put that bottle down for just a second and tell you a little bit about this brand that I found out. So the whole concept of this brand Anecdote is evocative scents for the joy of remembering. So it's supposed to evoke memories and kind of put you into an atmosphere of a memory. They're vegan and gluten-free. They're all unisex, so on and so forth. So there are 5 in the line, like I said. The first one they have listed is Carnival Day, which is every fragrance they have, there's 4 notes listed on the bottle itself. So this one is candied apple, sandalwood, lemon drop, and sugary musk. It's fairly feminine. It's candied apple and sugar and stuff. It's fairly feminine. There's summer fling, which is coconut, white musk, pink grapefruit, and sweet tonka. There's Havana Lounge, which I'll get back to in just a second. There's Weekend Vibe, which is pineapple water, sandalwood, pink passion fruit, and whipped musk. There is After Hours, which is citrus, tonic, cardamom, mint leaf, and amber. And back to Havana Lounge, which is one we're talking about today. The notes listed on the bottle are tobacco, spiced rum, pink pepper, and vanilla. Each fragrance has kind of like a short little 1 to 2 sentence thing about them, kind of tell you what the memory is supposed to be. So this is a Cuban evening, rich cigar smoke, a hazy bar, rum on the rocks, and Latin dancing. Havana Lounge is a seductive night remembered. So for me, I really love tobacco-based fragrances. Fragrances that have very prominent tobacco notes. So like Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford, Pure Havana by Cherry Mugler, which is one of my all-time favorite scents. In my opinion, that's one of the best openings ever, but that's for another video. Chergui by Serge Luton. I just love tobacco fragrances. I love the smell of cigars, pipe tobacco. My dad used to smoke a pipe when I was a kid, and so it's a very nostalgic smell to me, and I just love it. And so when I see anything that has tobacco in it, I have to at least try it out if I can. And so I picked up Havana Lounge because I saw the tobacco and it caught my eye, and I picked it up and smelled out the nozzle, and I was like really surprised, and because of how good it smelled. And so I was like, well, you can smell great out of a nozzle. Let's put it on skin. Spread it on my skin, and I was just blown away because of the quality that I smelled out of this $25 bottle of this random brand that I'd never heard of, sitting in Walmart in my hometown. To the point where I actually called. I looked up the website and called them and talked to one of their customer representatives, and said that they're only in Walmart. You can buy them offline, but retail store-wise, they're only in Walmart. And they're actually cheaper in Walmart than they are on the website. So I'm going to spray it on my hand right now, just so I can kind of tell you guys what it smells like by my impression of it at least. So I'm going to spray it on here. It has a great atomizer. I don't know if they even caught that on camera, but very large burst of it's a large mist. It's not. I hate atomizers that are like straight shoot liquid. I like a nice distribution. And so anyway, right off the top, like I said, it says tobacco, spice, drum, pink pepper, and vanilla. And what I get is I get the vanilla, I get the rum. It's fairly boozy, but it's not like it's not over the top boozy. It's really kind of in the realm of Dolce & Gabbana's The One, with that tobacco, because the tobacco in that is not like a leafy tobacco. It's very kind of tame, maybe like a pipe tobacco kind of thing. It's very entry level tobacco, if that makes sense. There's a little spice of I guess that'd be pink pepper, but there is something else in here. Of course, there's tobacco, but there is right off the top, there's a very fruity nuance. So, and which that in itself lends itself, towards The One by Dolce & Gabbana, which is actually the first fragrance I ever bought. That got me started on this whole fragrance collection thing. It's just, guys, it's really just beautiful. I'm really, really shocked and surprised by the quality that is in this bottle. I mean, guys, for $25, you really cannot, you cannot beat this for $25. You cannot at all. I mean, it is, wow. I mean, it is so, it's very like intoxicating smell. It's very intoxicating smell. It's one of those, for those who have a few fragrances, or maybe even just one. A lot of us have that fragrance that you're walking by your wardrobe and you'll just grab the bottle, not even to wear it, but just to smell the nozzle because it smells so good, and it just kind of makes your day a little bit better, smelling that. And so yeah, it's just beautiful. I have the drydown on my left arm. I sprayed it about an hour ago, and it's barely dried down now. I mean, it's essentially just a little bit of light tobacco still in there, but mostly vanilla, and it's still kind of boozy, but the vanilla really comes out in that dry down. The pink pepper is what I thought was pink pepper in the intro is gone now. So far in the wearing that I've done, I've gotten about 6 hours consistently with it, which is fairly average for me. Honestly, I wouldn't even say average. I'd say that's really good for me. I don't have a whole lot of just beast mode fragrances in my collection. I mean, you have like Amen, Le Male, the vintage Le Male. I had a sample of Amouage Interlude Man for a while. That thing is ungodly strong. But 6 hours is really all you really need out of a fragrance, in my opinion. You don't need one that's 12 hours. I feel like after 6 hours, you're either able to go home from wherever you went out to, if it's your job or whatever, or you can bring it with you if you need to reapply. But I would say, yeah, about 6 hours is what I got out of it, longevity wise. Projection, I felt like when I sprayed it on my neck, and I was fairly generous with it because it was, it was $25, and I didn't really think that I was gonna, lose too much if I oversprayed it. It wasn't cloyingly sweet. The intro is a little heavy with the vanilla and that fruit, which it's not even listed on here, but with that fruit note in, so the booziness kind of is a little heavy at the intro, but like it kind of creates just a little light cloud around your head, and you get little whiffs of it every once in a while, but it's not like cloyingly sweet or anything. Granted, I wore it. I've only worn it in the wintertime. It's December right now. Granted, like I said, I'm in Tennessee, so the winter is kind of when it wants to be winter here. In December it could be snowing one day, and 2 days later it could be 60 outside, 60, 70. So it really just kind of depends on what the weather's wanting to do. But I would say with this being a tobacco heavy scent, I would say this is best for like fall, late fall, when it's, and then not like September, more like October, early November, when the leaves have really changed. You're kind of starting to wear hoodies a lot, light jackets, that sort of thing. I feel like this devotes itself to that really well. If you're going out like I did to a pumpkin patch with my girlfriend, I think this would be perfect for that. She'll be watching this, by the way. I think this would be perfect for those little occasions like that. I'm excited for the the year to roll back around. Like when it gets to like late summertime, I really want to see how it works in the high heat, because I feel like it won't get too cloying, but I could be wrong. We'll just have to see how it works. But guys, like I said, Anecdote fragrances, like you guys are doing something pretty awesome with this. Like for $25 for 100 ml, little twilight concentration, for the longevity you get for this, the smell alone, in my opinion, is worth $25. And if this was encased in a Dior bottle or Chanel or some high-end designer or even niche, like I really feel like nobody would bat their eye at this or think that, oh, this smells really cheap for what it is. Like this is quality in a bottle. And if you guys haven't checked it out, go to your local Walmart. It's as easy as that. Go to your local Walmart and see if they have it there. Try it out. And if they don't have the testers, I know some Walmarts like they have the testers sitting out you can try, but some are like sometimes they're locked up in the cases depending on which Walmart you go to. I would even say blind buy this if the Walmart you have near you has them locked up where you can't even smell them. I would say go ahead and just blind buy this one. I really don't think you can go wrong. I really don't think you'll be disappointed in this. So that is Havana Lounge by Anecdote Fragrances. I am going to try to start putting out content pretty regularly. It's winter break right now at school, and I have a lot of time on my hands. And so I'm gonna try to put out some content pretty frequently in the next month, and in the months to come, and see kind of how this channel goes. I'm not really big with like video editing or anything like that, so it's very kind of one shot and done kind of thing. So I really hope you guys have enjoyed this, and I hope you guys are excited for more videos, more content. I know I am. Like I said, this is something I've wanted to do for a while. So thank you guys so much, and God bless.